Internet, good morning. This is Daybreak748 coming back at you guys with yet again another figure review. Today we are going to be taking a look at Ryu from the S.H.Figuarts lineup. Now, as you guys can clearly see, I have Ryu out of the box, and I gotta say, I am super freaking impressed with what S.H.Figuarts has given us here. Now, as you guys know, if you've been following this channel, you know that I am a huge Street Fighter fan. I mean, Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat, these are the things that, Power Rangers, these are the things that resonate with me because I grew up in the 90s and these were the games that I played and the TV shows that I watched, pretty much. And because of this, I've always wanted a definitive Street Fighter line. Now, unfortunately for me, I was never part of the Soda group. Now, if you guys don't know what the heck I'm talking about, Soda was a company that produced crazy amounts of Street Fighter figures. They went crazy with their releases. They gave us pretty much every single character, almost every single character, if not all characters. And they also gave us all the different player colors, which is freaking amazing. But ever since Soda, it's the franchise never kicked off. Soda, after they released their set of figures, it just kind of died. Street Fighter in general just died when it came to merchandise such as figures. Now, PlayArts Kai tried to do it in that bigger scale, but they flopped. NECA tried to do it, they flopped. Other companies tried to do it, and it just never lasted. Now, S.H.Figuarts, I'm really hoping that these guys get the job done. Now, with that said, first thing is first, I'm going to move Ryu here off to the side, and I'm going to showcase everything that you get with this particular figure. So, first, actually, we'll take care of all the accessories because it's all out here in front of us, and then we'll take a look at the box, and then we'll take a look at the actual figure. So, first cool thing that you get with Ryu is this nice backdrop, and to be exact, it goes like that. So it's just cardboard, but if you wanted to reenact a scene from the actual video game, you can put these little cardboard pieces together. Just make sure you put them nicely together like that. And then there you have it. You have this nice, awesome backdrop for your Street Fighter figures to fight. Now, they didn't need to include this, but the fact that they did is freaking amazing. I really hope they continue to do this for each character that they decide to release. Alright, next, let's take a look at this Hadouken effect piece. Looks great. I love the translucent blue that they used. There's a little peg hole, as you guys can clearly see, that attaches at the base of the Hadouken, and you have this nice clear peg and stand so you can have Ryu doing one of his iconic moves. So that's pretty freaking awesome. Love this design. I think we've seen this before, if I'm not mistaken, with some other characters, but love it, love it, love it. Alright, so moving that to the side, now let's take a look at these pieces right here. I'm gonna move this over. Now, the gloves, I like it, but I don't like it at the same time. I feel like they're a little too clean, especially for Ryu. I see that it's very glossy red, which is nice. They put in a little bit of black shading, as you guys can clearly see, to make it look like it's been a little bit used, but I wish it was a little bit darker and not as glossy. But that's just a minor nitpick on my part. He does have fingernails sculpted. It's not really definitive, but you can clearly see that it's there, so that's pretty cool. And then you get two other alternative faces. So you get this screaming face, which to me, honestly, this looks just ridiculous. It looks, I guess it might look better with the hair, but man, it just looks a little off. Yeah, but that's that. And then you get this one right here, which is actually one of my favorite expressions for Ryu. And he's looking off to the side with that grrr face. Now, real quickly, some of you guys might be looking at this, and my brother pointed this out. He was like, why is Ryu's eyebrows over his headband? And that's just how he is represented in Street Fighter V. So it's not S.H. Figuarts' fault. It is just the way Ryu was designed. So there you go. Alright, now onto the box. Love this clean box. I love it. Open display window to showcase the figure inside. Has the actual figure right here. Number 1 Ryu, Street Fighter V logo. On this side, very clean, just Ryu. On the back, it showcases all the different interchangeable parts and the effect piece. It also has this cool little display right here of his stats pretty much. And it also showcases the other figure in this first initial wave. On this side, you have a great picture of Ryu, and that's pretty much it. Now, taking a look at Ryu, I mean, he looks phenomenal. Now, to be honest, he doesn't really look like the Ryu from Street Fighter V. Street Fighter V, he's a little bit more gritty looking. This doesn't look like that to me, and he's a little bit more brawlic. Here, he looks like your normal, typical Ryu, and I kind of like that. I wasn't always a big fan of that big, apish looking Ryu. Now, some people love that design, but personally for me, I was never a fan. But hey, this one is just perfect. It's a little bit of a mix between Street Fighter V and the earlier Street Fighters, but I think this is very nice. Now, as you guys can clearly see, the sculpting looks fantastic. I love that stern look that Ryu has. He's always very stern. His hair is done very nicely. I love the sculpting. This piece right here, it does not come attached. You actually put it on, and it is movable, and it's very pliable, so you don't need to worry about that thing ripping off anytime soon. The gloves are this glossy red paint. Like I said, the detailing, as you guys can clearly see on his gloves, even on his belt, it is just all there. So it's pretty freaking epic. I also love the fact that they included some black shadings all throughout the gi, because he is supposed to be a wanderer, and yeah, he should be a little bit on the dirty side. I wish he was a little bit more dirty, but hey, this is perfectly good. Now, some people might be wondering, can you take off the gi? The answer is yes, but then you're gonna have this piece right here. This piece is actually attached to the butterfly joint, so you're going to see it's going to be a little weird. I wouldn't suggest doing that, but you can definitely do it. But once again, you're going to have this white ripped up tattered piece on his shoulder, and that's gonna look really weird unless you pull that part out as well. Now, when it comes to articulation, head can look all the way up, which is great. Can look down pretty far. This is good. Left, right, and he has the little side to side pivot. The arms have the butterfly joint, so you can maneuver it. You can flex inward, flex outward. He does have an upper diaphragm joint, so that's good. He has the neck articulation right there, and then when it comes to the arms, can fully rotate. It's on a ball, so it can go out that far. He has the shoulder pivot right here, double jointed elbows, which is right there, and the hands can swivel, can pivot, do pretty much everything you want it to. He does have a waist cut, and it's above right here, not this part. This part's just this floating piece, so you don't need to worry about that thing getting in the way. When it comes to the leg articulation, and that's how far you can get him to the side. Forward, pretty high up, so that's pretty good. When it comes to the knee joint, yeah, that looks a little ugly, but hey, it's something that they needed to do. There is the swivel built in, and the joints just feel very nice. They're not too stiff where I feel like I'm gonna break the figure, but it's not too loose. The feet right here has that nice pivot right here, has the toe joint, and it can go all the way down and all the way up. So this guy is freaking amazing. I'm loving this line, and it just started. I really hope that they will continue. They'll give us some more character selection, and if they do, man oh man, I feel like Soda is pretty much it's done. This will be the definitive Street Fighter figures for most collectors, if not all. Now with that said, guys, thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to watch this video. If you guys like what you saw, leave a thumbs up. If you're new to the channel, welcome. And yeah, if you have any comments or questions about this particular figure, leave it in the comment section down below and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Now, before I leave, because I know some people are going to ask, is there any bicep swivel? Actually, there isn't, but the swivel is built up on top this way, so the sculpting for those gigantic muscles are just one solid piece, which is quite nice. And you can swing it this way as well. So you have all the articulation you can possibly want. With that said, guys, thank you so much for taking the time out of your busy day to watch this. And this is Daybreak 748. I'm signing out. Peace out, guys.